and had probably been slept in. His customary red tie with the corporate logo had vanished long ago, and his thick, ruddy brown hair was as unkempt as the hair on his cheeks. "So this is where you're hiding out, eh, Blair?" Charles Blair rose from his polished mahogany desk and discreetly indicated for his secretary to leave. Her large frame hovered at the door, looking expectantly at the angry drunk. Then she lowered her head in resignation and silently closed the door behind her. Charles knew that she would race to the phone as fast as her arthritic legs could get her there and place a call to security. Charles eyed the weaving drunk suspiciously. The man reeked of sour booze, and Mackenzie's sneering face made it clear he was a mean drunk. Charles casually walked around to the front of his desk and lightly tapped a green leather chair with his long fingers. "I'm not hiding anywhere, Mike. You always know where to find me. Sit down. Let's talk." "Talk!" shouted the other man. Mackenzie staggered forward and grabbed the opposite side of the high-backed chair. "You don't want to talk to me. Last week you wouldn't even see me. Sicked your army of lawyers and execs out to do your dirty work, didn't you?" Charles Blair leaned against his desk in a leisurely stance, but kept a wary eye on the other man. Mackenzie had a reputation for being a mean mule with a hard kick. With a will of iron and the genius of a maverick, he had built his financial empire up from a single grocery unit in New Jersey. He was young, a man of action, which made his drunken state all the more foreboding. "I don't know what you're talking about." "You're a liar." Charles narrowed his eyes. He wasn't lying, yet Mackenzie was convinced. Every instinct in his body screamed alert. There was too much hatred here for mere confrontation, too much anger for reason. Michael Mackenzie wanted blood. "Mike, sit down." Charles tried again, speaking slowly. "It's obvious you're upset." "Upset?" Mike slapped his knee and laughed till he coughed and spit out upon the oriental carpet. He rubbed the spittle into the wool with his dirty heel. A muscle twitched in Blair's cheek, but he neither spoke nor moved. He watched as Mackenzie, with halting steps, paced a muddy trail across his office, eyeing the diplomas, trophies, and personal photographs on the walls. "Well, look at you," he slurred. "Got yourself a picture with every president since you were in diapers. Now ain't that sweet? And looky here." Mackenzie pointed to a wall of diplomas. Harvard again. A Rhodes Scholar. The old boy network ought to love that." Suddenly the young man twisted to face him, a small pistol grasped in his fist. Blair snapped to attention. "Give me the gun, Mike," he said, holding out his hand. His voice was low and deliberate. He dared not even blink. "Give it to me. Then sit and tell me more." Mackenzie waved the gun in front of Blair. The metal shone in the artificial light. Mackenzie's lips twisted into a sinister grin. "Why?" Charles asked, realizing the death he saw in Mackenzie's eyes was his own. Michael Mackenzie teetered, pointing his free hand toward the diplomas. His voice fell to a flat tone. "When did I get the chances you got, huh? I slaved in the back of a grocery store since I could walk, chased rats as big as a cat. My dad didn't hand over a bank. The only thing he handed out was a cuff to the ear." He winced as though the slap had just now reached his head. "Oh, Ma," he moaned, and his whole face contorted. Blair's muscles relaxed as he watched the burly man bring his hands to his face and release his death grip on the pistol. He no longer saw a dangerous, belligerent drunk. He saw a broken man. Although he did not know what had broken him, he did know that he had refused Mackenzie any loan from his